And my small business started when I hung a shingle in Mount Kisco in 1989. It was my own solo practice, and I appreciate fully the challenges of investing capital and hiring employees and working day and night and weekends to make things go. And I was very blessed. I love my patients, served them well. I'm a surgeon. Had to make a lot of tough decisions in behalf of my patients along the way. There's nothing that quite concentrates the mind like operating on somebody's eye. I can tell you. And I'm accustomed in that way to doing things that are challenging and difficult, and to making them work and to making things go successfully. I was fortunate in 1996 to become a partner in a large multi-specialty medical group, the Mount Kisco Medical Group, and I remained there until 2005. And the parents in the room will appreciate the challenges of raising young adolescents. In my case, 2 boys, now 19 and 17 years old. So in 2005, I actually did defer to the mother piece of my life, and I decided to retire from full-time practice and stay home with my boys for a couple of years as a full-time mom. I'm very blessed. I've been married for 29 years now. And my husband, in fact, in deference to this congressional run, this call to hire service, if you will, to your service, has now become the parent of record for a 17-year-old, if you will, the parent in charge. So I've been very fortunate to have some wonderful life experiences that also inform an approach to thinking about citizenship, to thinking about the role of government in our lives, to thinking about how we need to liberate you from what has become an oppressive federal government that threatens only to become worse. We had too much spending before President Obama and the current Congress were elected. There's no question about that. People who say Republicans in Congress were not conservative enough are absolutely right. They weren't. They spent too much of your money. When times are flush, it feels as though you can do that. And, you know, it's for a good cause. It sounds really appealing to care for our neighbors. This health law that we have now has the best of intentions. Some people say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And I think that this health law and our social benefits system, which is really what is the looming disaster in the federal budget, all started because we want to make sure, the American way, to make sure that our neighbors are well cared for. None of us, I know none of you, charity being one of, as you know, the values that you honor, charity being our value, we don't want to see other people suffer for lack of life's necessities, for lack of access to good, affordable health care. But the problems ensue when we confer that power on the federal government.
12 minutes.
Right. Thank you. I'm going to finish up this. Okay. When we confer that power, that enormous power upon the federal government to manage our lives, to manage the things that the founding fathers and the framers, and the founding mothers too, had faith in us to pursue for ourselves. George Washington talked about healthy self-interest, and he wasn't talking about being selfish. He was talking about taking responsibility. Personal responsibility, another of your values, another of our values. Doing the right thing. Our Constitution guarantees us the freedoms to do the things that we need to do without the federal government becoming our oppressor. That's why it was written. I am a passionate believer in American exceptionalism. I'm the daughter of an immigrant. I'm a first-generation American. My mother came here in 1948 from England. Nationalized health care was the last straw for her. She knew what was going to happen to her country. And, of course, we've seen it. She came here for the freedoms that our Constitution guaranteed us. I was raised in Munster, Indiana. Hard work. I put myself through college in part by working in a steel mill. There are a lot of them out there. And I was lucky enough to gain a scholarship for medical school. I also took in typing. So I know what it's like to work, to earn, to save and invest. I want to stop the federal government from spending vastly more of your money than it needs to. I want to see your tax cuts of 01 and 03 become permanent, not go away in January 2001. I want to see the estate tax eliminated. I want to see the alternative minimum tax eliminated. I want to see the capital gains tax reduced. I want to see you have a mandatory spending cap and a balanced budget amendment with a guarantee of no new taxes. And I'm also willing to talk about a flat tax or a fair tax, because I think those are ideas that